All right, guys, we did it. We're done the quarantine. Time to get back to the gym. Shit, I just got beer on my computer. Just ignore that. At any rate, it feels good. It feels good I'm going to see all your faces on Monday. All of them. Make sure you guys follow the protocol that's in the email that's getting sent out. By the time you see this, you'll have to refer almost a week ago. So make sure you guys have checked your email. If you don't have any clue what I'm talking about and you have some of our equipment, you better read that email as quick as possible, because there are fines for not returning our equipment in time for us to start business on Monday. All right? So make sure that happens. Get your equipment back if it's not already back, and enjoy today's workout of the day, which is a higher intensity workout, which is why it's called high. So we got 8 minutes of 3 fairly simple movements at fairly, I would say, moderately low rep ranges. So that means we want you moving, like fast transitions, move from one thing to the next as quickly as possible. 8 minutes is going to pass before you know it, so try not to take it too easy on yourself, but also don't come out the gate so hot that 2 minutes in you're like unsustainable. All right, you got 5 reverse burpees, making sure that your spine is rolling and not thumping on the ground. That requires you to stay hollow in your core. All right, then you guys will go into 10 thrusters. Use a backpack, dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever you want to use. All right, 10 thrusters, squat into the overhead press. Then you guys will do 15 skier plyos. All right, those are a pretty fast movement. You count every time you're on one side. So you don't count 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so make sure that's how you guys are counting for those. That's the high workout, done 4 rounds and reps in 8 minutes. The warm-up today is going to be 3 rounds of a 30-second hollow hold per side. 10 hollow rocks, 10 overhead squats, using like a broomstick or something simple. Right? It should warm up most of those positions for you, and you should feel pretty good and ready to move on from that. That 30-second lunge hold, your knee better not be touching the ground, because then you're not holding the active position of the lunge. Right? If you need to make it easier, you go higher, you don't go lower. The build phase today. You're going to do 3 sets, 15-second L-sit or tuck, 20 heel elevated split squats. So watch that video. You should see that my heel is actually elevated off the ground. The front foot, the one that I'm putting all my weight into, that heel is going to be elevated off the ground. The reason we do these heel elevated versions of these same things that we normally have a full foot planted is because that's how we train to be a little bit more athletic, so to speak. We don't do it all the time because not all of us are trying to practice that, but if you look at any sport, none of them are taken off from their heels. They're all taken off from their toes. So we want to make sure that arch in the bottom of your foot is really strong. The calves are really strong. Everything on that side of your body needs to be really, really strong, but we don't want to overdo it, and that's typically, like back in the day, they overdid it, so then it completely swung the opposite direction. Now the pendulum's too far the other way. So this is our way of finding some balances. Every once in a while we throw this heel elevated version into it. Creates a little bit of a different stimulus for people, different challenge. 20 reps per side, make sure that your weight is in the forward foot most of the time. Then you finish that round with 15 seconds again on the L-sit or tuck. So L-sit, heel elevate, split squat, L-sit. 3 sets, you rest about a minute between each set. Cool down today after you do the high workout is all around breathing. Because that was such an intense workout, I really want to get you guys down regulated. The best and fastest way to get you down regulated is to focus on breathing. So you're going to take a 3-minute clock, and you're just going to let that clock run while all you do is focus on breathing. What you're doing is you're going to breathe in and out, where your inhale is half the duration of your exhale. So let's say you inhale for 6 seconds, then your exhale will be 12 seconds. And you'll just consistently breathe like that. Right? Find whatever's comfortable for you. It doesn't need to be something crazy. It should be slower than you're used to. It should not be super fast. So try not to do 2 in, 4 out. Right? It's a little bit too quick. But anyway, find what works best for you. You want good, nice, deep breath, getting all the air out of the lungs. On that final breath, so the 3-minute clock is up, you exhale all the air out of your lungs, and you just hold your breath as long as you can, without feeling, I want to say, uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable, hold your breath, we get it. But we don't want you to the point where you're going to like black out, pass out, whatever, something like that. When you feel the sensation of, oh gosh, I need to breathe, then breathe. Then it's over. It's no big deal. All right? That actually is a really good training system for your breathing to teach you to be more tolerant of CO2, which is more of a marker of health and progress and fitness than oxygen ability, whatever the oxygen, what is it, the VO2 max, right? That's more, CO2 tolerance is indicative of your VO2 max because you have to train that in order to increase your VO2 max. So that is actually going to make the VO2 max higher too. So keeping that in mind, CO2 is what we need to be focused on. So that little breath holding out, you can do that 100 times a day, it's fine. But it's required in the workout today. Then you guys will pick 2 areas that just feel tight, feel sore from the week, whatever. And you will focus in on them, whether it's smashing or stretching. Do whatever you want, kind of down regulate. You need to pick 2 minutes per area and 2 minutes per side. So if you happen to do something that's double-sided, you'll do it 4 minutes. If you do something that's single-sided, do it 2 minutes per side, per area. All right, if you guys have any questions, make sure you ask them. Watch out for the video that explains how we're going to do this week.